YouTube Dan Otto here, coming at you with my Ultra team of using two Pokemon that I built up and I have not used yet: uh, wow, nidoqueen and trevenant, and I paired it just with swampert just because I know how to use it. And a couple things in this video. So the first thing is, would I use this team? No, because it's got a very obvious weakness, and I will show you that in the last game. Uh, but I really wanted to showcase this video because I had a couple lessons learned in these matchups. I want to start doing like more like lessons learned videos because a lot of people ask like, help me, I'm in the 1800 2000 yellow and I need help with like game mechanics and stuff like that. So I want to start doing these videos while also providing teams for you. So if that interests for you, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and let's get into these battles right now. So Swampert lead Mandibus, right? So you obviously have a terrible matchup with Trevin in the back, and Nidoqueen's not going to have an amazing matchup here either. So I will stay in here, no problem. And this is where timing is going to come in. So now you're seeing that I'm throwing like to make sure that we're not throwing it right on the same energy, or else they would get the extra snarl through. And we don't want any extra moves to go through anymore. That's something that I'm actively have to think about, right? Because they just had threw it on their one, which is 3, and my 2. So I got like one little extra move in there. So so this was the first actually. The game has been very good since the update. This is the first weird lag that I've had. Um, I felt like it was going to be an early bait, but I still shielded anyways, just because I know I can get to another move. I'm gonna throw it here again, just to make sure that I'm sort of maximizing not having a full fast move go through. Plus, uh, there. And so because they threw, it looked like a delayed CMP there. Uh, they end up going down. So they just okay. Lesson number one, not my fault. My opponent's fault. And again, don't know their level. Like, that's fine. You never, ever give up switch this easy when you do not have to. I don't know, they could have maybe taken me out. Or if I do measure them down, then you come in with what happens to be a Deox here. So I get this off. And so two things sort of happen there. One is I got to move while they got the counter through. Normally, in past days, I would have tried to transfer that damage onto trevenant, but now, as soon as the as soon as they throw the move, that damage registers on you, no matter if you throw a charge move or not, right? So I get the move off, they do shield, that counter comes through, so I'm going to go down here, which is fine because now they're in huge trouble, right? So I know at best they're going to have rock slide. So now I know they're dry. So I'm going to throw right on the Psycho Boost because I expect that. 4, 5. So I throw right on CMP. And now I'm going to win CMP because it's defense Deox, right? Because it's a defense Pokemon. So I'm able to take this out here. They come in with their Mana Buzz, which is already like done. And now I could just dominate whatever in the back. So if your Pokemon's that low, just let it go down. Don't give up switch that easy. And just transferring the damage, which will come up multiple times in this. So Swampert here. Mirror matches, you always just kind of stay in. And before, like, I used to try and sneak the extra move in. I'm like, never throw, let them throw first because you want them to try and sneak the move in. But now just kind of throw whenever you feel like it because you're going to get a move in, they're going to get a move in. So we end up CMP tying here, which is great because now I know that I'm going to win CMP. So I'm just going to throw right away because I know that I'm going to win CMP. And they haven't thrown yet. And right here, so they didn't throw. So I'm like, okay, they didn't throw. Maybe they snuck a move in that I just didn't see because like you're supposed to get those fast moves in. And I got the fast move in there, right? You saw it. So I was one away. I'm one away here and I don't sneak it in. That's how the game works now. So now I have a move. So at this point, I'm willing to just spend the shield to take this out. And a Trevenant comes out. So I bank the move and I come my own mirror match. The problem is they're now 2 energy ahead of me. So I have to shield in case it is a Shadow Ball. I'm going to build up and bait here. So what I let them do is I let them get a bunch of energy because they're probably going to want to shield back anyways, was my thought, that they don't want to go down. But they already burnt a shield for me, so maybe they do. So they end up letting it go. So now I have to use both moves here. So that's unfortunate. So my thought process was like, they have a ton of energy. They know they're ahead on energy. They can probably just take this matchup. But they decided to do it the other way and let it go come out with the Talonflame. And this is where still having a Shadow Ball on this is huge. Um, so they don't have any energy. I think they have a move because I think that was 3. So I'm not coming in with my Swampert because I don't know who wins CMP there. So I'm coming in here immediately and just taking the move here. And now I'm going to try and snipe. And they snipe me with their Swampert. And I'm like, I didn't even know your Swampert was alive. Okay, so that's unfortunate. There goes my Nidoqueen. So now I'm at, I 2 mud shots is going to take me out because I'm so low here. But I need enough energy that I can just do 1 mud shot and a hydro on the Talonflame because the Talonflame needs to throw an incinerate and that's a 5-turn move. So I go 1 move here and then I'm going to throw because they need 2 mud shots. So we'll take this out. And there we go. And the incinerate's not going to register until 5. So I'm going to get to 1 mud shot, hydro. This needs to take it out or the incinerate's going to register and I'm going to be gone. And hydro does take it out. So there we go. Lots of jumping around. Good management of energy there in the end. Good lead here. Uh, they come in Scrafty, and I got just a hard punish for this right here. I think this is one of the teams that I just hard punished my opponent. Good lead. Um, oh, no. I remember what happened. You think, oh, they've only got foul plays. Takes a while to get to. I've got these Poison Jabs, Poison Fangs. Lower their defense. No problem. Just going to throw it right away. Just keep lowering their defense. They can't get to 2 foul plays before I take them out. And this is how not playing with a team before and not being able to count. I'm like, this is a power punch for sure. And so they just take me out. So they just took a switch, even though they should not have. So I'm like, okay, let's just come in here and farm down because can't really farm down with Trevenant. And they come back in with the Drapion. I'm like, what do you have that you are coming into a Drapion into a Shadow Swampert? So kind of got lucky with getting ahead on energy there. I'm going to shield this up because again, if you're coming in Drapion into a Shadow Swampert, you really do not want your back Pokemon to see this Swampert here. So I shield and take down, and they got their own Swampert. I guess because I was so far ahead on energy, they didn't want the mirror match because they just know I was already at like 1 and a bit. But I don't love this move. So now I grab 1 shield, and I'm like, okay, if I grab Second Shield, this is over. Even if I don't grab Second Shield, this game's over because this will do so much chip damage. I can now just come in and claw. Um, and this game's over. Yeah, so I was surprised they didn't come in right away. Scrap down lead here. Just stay in because you can't have your Trevenant see this, and you actually can survive a foul play and just get 2 hydros off before they take you out. So if you want to just take a move advantage, like a shield advantage, let the foul play go through and take this out. So you don't need XLs for Ultra League. In fact, I've been struggling. Again, I'm using all these new Pokemon, so I don't know really how to use them yet. So that's why I'm dropping a lot of yellow, and that's okay. It's still really early in the season. But I'd rather just try new Pokemon earlier in the season and then push hard. So they thankfully just almost, not that they blew this game because they don't know what my back Pokemon are, but they just gave up a huge advantage. And again, don't give up switch if you don't need to. So I will shield, and they're so far behind on energy, so they're gonna get 1 through. That's fine. But now I can just go here and throw. I probably could have done 1 more and then throw. I was gonna throw here, take it out, still have an energy advantage, know that they have the Scrafty left, so they're probably not going to come in Scrafty here. Out comes a Politoed. I'm just going to throw this for chip. I should have switched immediately. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to switch immediately to start getting ahead on energy on my Trevenant and burn the switch clock out more because now they can come in here. They have a move. I let it go probably because I can survive 1 foul play, right? There we go. That's good. Throw this to get some chip damage off here. Or take this out probably. They let it go. So now it comes down to this. I think I let this go because I'm like, I can probably survive a weather ball. And I can with ease. So now I got this move off. They get the extra mud shot in there. There's nothing you can do when your moves are sort of the same uh, length. So there we go. Because we're the same length and they didn't throw on CMP, I sneak that 1 through there, which means I'm going to have a move coming out for the win. So it just these new mechanics, if you're used to fast move denying, are huge. Like always getting that move through for energy generation is big. Is this the match where I realize my team has a huge flaw? Oh, um, probably. Just given the time on this video. So again, Charm Ninetales. I could come in nidoqueen, but I'm like, if I'm coming in nidoqueen, they definitely have an answer for nidoqueen because you don't leave a charmer on the lead if you don't have an answer for a nidoqueen in this league. So I'm just gonna build up a bunch here. I'll shield. These charms are doing a bunch. So I'm gonna come out with 2 hydro cannons, so that's good. And what you're gonna see is I'm gonna go down. They're gonna go down, and they come out with my team core breaker wall rain, and I'm like, oh, okay, I do not have an answer for this in the back. I'm gonna get severely outpaced with the Shadow Claw's seed bombs here, and then I'm drawing dead with the nidoqueen. So that's a loss. Would I run this team again? No. This is the type of matchup people always ask, do you run teams or switch teams up? If you have a good team and you know how to use it, constantly run it. You don't need to switch it up like YouTubers like I do. I do it just for the content. If you are using a team and then you run into a situation like this is when I immediately stopped playing with this team and said, that's enough videos. I'll just do the rest of the videos with just these battles because this team does not work because of a very, very common wall rain switch and this game's over, right? I think I just throw the Earth Power to see how much it does because I'm just curious. Did they let this go? Or they shield? They do shield. I want to see how much it did. Um, again, this game's over. Can I throw an earthquake for good measure here? Like, I know it's over. You don't. Okay. Anyways, this is when I would quit and start a new team. When you have a clear and obvious flaw of a meta Pokemon. Like, if all your 3 of your Pokemon lost to something like really unique, like in the top 100 that you never ever see, but you saw it like once, that I'm worth losing. If you're losing to a freaking Shadow Wall Rain, like you need to change your team up. So that's the team. Um, Thoughts on Nidoqueen Trevenant? Um, they were okay. Quite honestly, I was expecting more out of both of them. The Trevenant, because Trevenant's ranked like top like 3 for Ultra League on PvPoke, and maybe I just didn't have like amazing matchups here, but with all the Scrafty running around, again when the Giratina altered, and it's still like a really really tricky matchup there because the Dragon Breath, Shadow Claws, Shadow Sneak, and Dragon Claw goes so fast. Um, Even the Registeel matchup, you're gonna win, but like once they lower your attack once, it still takes 3 Shadow Balls to take it out. Like it's just insane. So I was kind of unimpressed with that. Shadow Nidoqueen I knew was kind of niche anyways, just because there are like think your main meta in Ultra League is Swampert, Walrein, Registeel. You're just like in Registeel you don't have a terrible matchup if you land all the other powers, but again like the moves add up quickly. So I kind of knew Shadow Nidoqueen wasn't amazing, but it had its play here and there. And then Shadow Swampert always has play in my meta, so that is it. Thanks for watching. I got 2 more Ultra League videos coming up tomorrow and Friday, and then I'll do a mechanics video, and then I got a fun one. There was a charity tournament um, for I think it was raising money for, I forget the who it's for Roe v. Wade. I forget what like company organization they were raising money for. Anyways, one of my subscribers played in it. I haven't looked at the battles yet, but it's open to like everyone in this tournament. So one of my subscribers, 1800 2000 ELO range, was playing Arrow, A-R, I don't know, R-O, I don't know how to pronounce it, A-R-O-H-H. He's like one of the top players. I don't know if it's a he. They're one of the top players in like GBL. And so like they're just dominant. So I haven't looked at the videos yet, but I want to like go through the video and just be like, okay, does your team comp make sense? Yes or no? Does these plays make sense? Yes or no? Just because I think it'd be a fun video and people have always said like, can you analyze the 2000 ELO players battle? So yes, I will do that early next week. So that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.